Okay, so next is implementing. Okay, so next is implementing the tourism development plan. So under that, we have the tourism development plan. So first, we have the strategic objectives. So define clear and achievable goals for tourism development, considering economic, social, environmental, and cultural factors. So strategic objectives, okay, so these are like mga targets bala or goals for making tourism better in a place. So they should be easy to understand, kag easy nga ibuhaton, no? And they should think about how tourism affects things like money, people, nature, and cultural. Excuse me, no? So, example, no? Imagine in a small town wants to increase the number ka mga turista nga gaagto, no? So, their strategic objective might be nga idubolon nanda or uh, to double the number of visitors within the next 2 years while gina-make sure nanda nga ang mga local businesses ga-benefit and the environment stays clean. So, ang amukarian is ginatawag nga strategic objectives. So, next tourism development plan is the destination assessment. So, conduct a thorough assessment of the destination's asset, resources, market demand, and competitive landscape. Excuse me. So, this means, no, taking a really good look at the place where tourists might go. So, it's like, no, it's like checking out what's cool about sa place nga riyan, no, what resources it has, no, how many people want to visit, and who else is trying to attract tourists there. So, example, no, let's say a beach resorts gusto na nga ma-assess or they want to assess its destination. So ginlantaw nanta ang mga things like beautiful beaches, no? Kung ano ang mga beautiful beaches ni dyan, no? Also, pira kabilog ang mga hotels and restaurants are there. And how many people ang gusto nga magbisita sa beach nga riyan. And what other beach destinations nearby are popular. So, amurang ginatawag nga destination assessment. No? So, from the word nga assess, no? So, gina-check na, no? Gina-check na ng lugar, no? Kung ano may dyan, kung anong resources may dyan, no? Kung ano ang naming agtunan dyan, no? Or kung ano ang naming kahimuon dyan. Okay, so next is um, stakeholder engagement. So involve key stakeholders including governments, agencies, local communities, tourism industry, representatives, and NGOs in the planning process of ensure buy-in and collaboration. Okay, so this means getting important people and groups involved sa plano or involved in planning. It could be government folks, no? Or pwede man go local residents or the tourism businesses or the non-profit organization, no? So, pwede, kung sino ka na nandiyan ka na, no? Is pwede, no? So, the idea is to make sure everyone agrees and works together sa plano, no? So, wala tayong maagas. Dapat, tanan, agree ka mo, tanan nga mga belong niya kara is approved, no, sa plano nga gusto nga matabo. So example abi, no, a city, no, or sa city wants to improve its tourism, so they might talk to the local government, sa mga residente sa lugar nga riyan, no. They also talk sa mga hotels, no, tour guides and environmental groups para mabatian or makakalap sa naka mga idea or concerns kung once nga magpatintag sa nakang amo dya nga business or amo dya nga destination sa lugar nga riyan. So that is stakeholder engagement. So next, action plan. Okay, so develop a detailed action plan outlining specific initiatives, activities, timelines, responsibilities, and performance indicators for implementing the tourism development strategy. So this is like a detailed to-do list, no, for making the tourism plan happen. So, it includes dyan karaan mga specific steps or the exact steps when they need to happen, who's responsible for doing them, and how to know if they're working well, no? So example, bala, after taking to all the stakeholders, the city decides on specific action. So patas kang promoting local events, to are also improving mga tourist facilities, gatugro sa naka mga training guides. Tapos, gaset sa naka deadlines for each task and ga-assign sa naka mga taho to make sure they get done, no, or mahimo ta naka insakto. So they also decide how to measure success, like counting the number of tourists who visit or asking for feedback from visitors. So amo rang ginatawag nga action plan. Okay, so next is resource allocation. Okay, so determining the moment. Okay, so determining the financial, human, and technical resource required to implement the plan effectively and allocate resource accordingly. So resource allocation, so meaning, or this means figuring out what money, people, and tools are needed to make the tourism plan work well. Okay. So then, it's about making sure those resources are used in the right places and at the right time. Okay, so example, no, um, if a town wants to improve its tourism, kailangan na nakakwarta para mag-advertise. So, they need also people to work and to market the campaigns, and maybe new technology for online booking systems. So, kailangan na mag-decide on how much of each resource is needed for each part of the plan. Okay, so amura ang sara nga ang sara nga tourism development plan, which is the resource allocation. Excuse me. So next is monitoring and evaluation. So establish mechanisms for monitoring progress, evaluating outcomes, and adjusting strategies as needed to ensure the plan's effectiveness and alignment with goals. So this is about keeping an eye, no, on how things are going with the tourism plan. So dapatas manatana kang checking if ang plano nga rian is working as expected, and if it's helping to reach or gahelp na tana nga ma-reach mong imong goals. So if something isn't going well, it's about figuring out why, ano ang reason, and making changes para i-fix na narian. So sara ka example, no, so after mo ma-implement ang imong tourism plan sa kalugar, no, so the town keeps track, no, on how many tourists visit. So, do kumbaga ginasubaybayan na, no? Isusubaybayan na kay naman na-implement na ng plano. So, isubaybayan na. So, pira ka bilog ang tourist nga nagaagto sa lugar garian. Ano ang ginagastusan nanda? And if they're happy with their experience. Okay? So, tabian mo pag-agto na nun dyan, sadyahan maihan sa nasa experience na rin dyan, no? Nagustuhan man na naihan ang pag-stay na nila sa dyan. No, nabi man naihan ang mga activities na enjoy na, no? So, also, they look at the other factors like how ang mga local businesses are doing, no, so kumbaga nag-earn man ay hand ka profit ng mga local businesses, no, if they notice that something isn't working or isn't working as planned, they adjust the plan to make it better. So that is the monitoring and evaluation of the tourism development plan.